Looking at this pose, this is the rib cage, the pelvic floor, they are wide apart. Hey, yo, welcome back. Today we're learning how to draw pose at different directions. The first criteria is observations. Get pictures of models and watch the way the hands move with the rib cage, with the pelvic floor, and different poses as well to get acquainted with it. Second, learn your shapes, your basic shapes, on how to draw your circle, your square, your cylinder, and at the same time your cone. You'll be able to be acquainted with them. Third, ability to be able to manipulate them, just as what he's saying. Divide the cube into half, that's it, seen there. This cone was split into two, that is into halves, that's what you're seeing there, exactly. Then the circle, I just added a small edge at the bottom there to form a sphere, exactly. Then the cylinder, I split it into two parts, and that's all. The human bodies are divided into shapes, just as you see. You can see the rib cage, the pelvis, the legs attached to the pelvis, the hands attached to the rib cage, the neck attached to the rib cage. Now, whenever you notice that there is always a space between the rib cage and the pelvic floor, and that space is what is known as the navel. Yeah, when you look at the pelvis, it looks like the down of a half cone. When you look at the rib cage, it just looks like a cylinder. Then look at the legs, come out to uniformly. The hands, they are attached to the rib cage. So ability for you to simplify this, that is what makes you a good artist. Take a look at this model and see the way we simplify them using our shapes. Did you see it? The rule of observation. Now we're going to continue. We've told you this is the rib cage, the pelvic floor, and that's where the hands are connected to the rib cage, and then the legs to the pelvic floor. And then there is always a space between the pelvic floor and the rib cage, and that's where the navel comes in. And mind you, the pelvis and the rib cage always move in opposite direction, just like you see now. Yeah, this one is tweeting towards the left, this one is tweeting towards the right. Yes, so that is how you form the belly and get the position of the particular pose. Looking at the next pose that's at the extreme end here, you see the way the pelvic floor are in construct to each other. Looking at this pose, this is the rib cage, the pelvic floor, they are wide apart. You can see that. Most times, the rib cage and the pelvic floor, they don't go towards the same direction, they just go towards the different direction to form the shape of the body. Most times, the pelvic floor indicate the hips, and most times, the position of the rib cage shows you how the shoulder. The same thing for this post I did. Ability to understand the way the rib cage lies and how the pelvic bone lies. Then you get the belly button. That's all. Then remember the position of the rib cage shows you the rotation of the hands and the legs. The same thing for here. I just identified the rib cage, the pelvic floor, and then what did I do next? Connected the hands and the legs. Same thing for this one likewise. So that's how you do for all of them. Identifying the rib cage, the pelvic floor, then you identify the belly button space, which will indicate the direction of the hands and the leg. So when you're able to simplify the human body drawings, it will be easy to draw different poses. Finally, I'm talking about practice. I practiced a lot of rib cage and pelvic floor, rib cage, pelvic floor, rib cage, pelvic floor. I drew them in different directions, in different proportions, in different sizes. Do that also.